Hey guys, and welcome to lesson 2 of your fat loss challenge. So today I'm going to talk about protein and some sources of protein that may help you along the way. Now, why protein is so important, especially when we're on a bit of a fat loss mission, is two reasons. One, the protein helps you maintain the muscle mass that you have, okay? The last thing you want when you go through fat loss or weight loss goal is that you lose your body shape. You just basically just look like this pen. However, if you keep the protein nice and high, we maintain the shape of your physique. So guys, the chest stays big, the shoulders stay big, arms stay big, and you start to get that V taper, which will naturally make you look bigger whilst actually probably being lighter and leaner. Ladies, you'll keep hold of nice shaped arms, you'll keep the shape on your legs and your glutes. But what will happen is, as you're in a calorie deficit, your waist will come in. So in fact, it'll make your hips look curvier, and you won't just look with that straight down physique. So you'll really see the benefits of the physique change. The second reason why protein is so good is it's very what we call satiating. And all this means is that it's very filling, very satisfying to hunger. When you're in a calorie deficit, you will start to have fluctuations in your leptin and your ghrelin, which will affect how you feel in a hunger sense. If you have a low protein diet while in a calorie deficit, you are much more likely to start craving foods and overeating, and then generally that deficit disappears and actually possibly ends up in a surplus. So a higher protein diet will help manage hunger cravings. You know, classic example, if you've ever been to a barbecue and you go for the burgers and the sausages and the chicken, how full, and you really do not want anything else. So now we're going to look at some sources of protein and that will help you along your way. So the classics are obviously your lean cuts of meat. So, your chickens, your turkeys, your mince, your steaks, duck, lamb, general meat sources. Fish as well has got some good protein in and tends to be slightly lower calorie than other cuts of sort of game meat. Those of you who are meat free, you can get a lot of your protein from your lentils and your beans and your pulses. And something I discovered the other day is red lentil pasta has about 20 grams of protein per serving, which is crazy for a non-meat source protein source. So it might be a useful little tool to get that protein in there. Dairy tends to have decent protein sources. Things like natural yogurt is quite high for relatively low calorie intake as well. Go for the 0%, because again that's going to give you the lower calorie intake and will still give you a very, very decent hit of protein. Finally, for a convenience point of view, those of you who are on the move, on the road a lot and don't have time maybe to sort of sit down and have a meal, last resort, but protein shakes and protein bars, that they're not, I would never sort of advocate them over whole food. However, simply for an ease, a convenience, and how easy they are to stomach, they are hard to beat. If you're on the road and you've got a protein shake next to you, you're getting your protein in, you're managing your hunger cravings, and you don't even have to get out your car. So I hope that gives you some good ideas about how to manage your protein intake. If you do have any questions, guys, just give me a shout.